Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How are you? It's me, John and Momma, here from Coffee Time with John and Momma. If you're not following us on Facebook, dash on over to our page, Coffee Time with John and Momma, and give it a like and a follow. We tried to come earlier, and we was doing a little snack with some tomatoes and crackers, and I'll have to show you that another time. It just was not going to have it. It may not have this, but we did want to do one more little thing, so I was going to show you this corn. This is just corn bought at the farmer's market today. And we're just going to cook it in the husk. It's something that we've never done before, but we want to try it because I've seen about it I've seen it in several places, YouTube. I've seen it on Facebook, and they're saying it's good. So let's try it. And if we go out, I'm apologizing again.
And we'll be out.
But I will tell you this. If you're ever thinking about moving somewhere, do not move to a place until you check their internet and make sure they have a hospital available. Because we have neither here. So be sure you check into those things. So you cut off the excess, and that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm just going to peel these outer layers off. Now, Mama's not too keen on this idea because she washes her corn and scrubs it with a brush and does a lot of other stuff. So I don't know what you do about that. Mama, what do you think about that mess?
I don't know. I'm worried about, bugs.
Well, I know. But now they're saying, and I guess you can tap this little bit of stuff off here. This is what it says.
I don't like protein with my corn.
So that's what I'm going to cook. And we're going to see how it happens. Now you got me thinking about it, Mama. I guess we'll see a bug if we cook it. Y'all know about this. They may have done this before. We have not done it. They claim it's oh so good. And oh so fast. And really...
Right there is a hole over there, ain't it? Or is that just a black spot?
That's just a black spot, Mama.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to try new ideas with Mama because she'll paranoid you right out of the idea. We're going to try it. We may not eat this. As you can already tell. Have y'all done it? And do you do it? And how do you like it? And what's the outcome? So there it is, folks. 2 cleaned ears, clean this way. Now what we're going to do, not going to take you over there. Mama's just going to wash these under some water, put them on a container there, and throw them in the microwave for 6 minutes or 3 minutes for 1 or 6 for 2. Add 3 per ear.
Okay.
So this is the whole recipe. Right there it is.
I'm ready.
Mama's game for the try, she said.
Oh.
If you get, if you open it, you can inspect it for you.
Can you cut this in a little more? I know you think I'm crazy.
Mama, you want me to, if we cut it much, we'll be taking the whole husk off. Won't be cooked in the husk, it'll just be your corn in the microwave.
Well, I feel better about that now already.
Well, we seem to be staying on for now, folks. Hopefully that will continue. Some of y'all had written and said, you were on and then you went off. Yeah, that's what happened. I don't know why. Lord willing, we'll stay on. I'm going to knock on wood here. I don't know. That's an old saying. I don't hold any confidence in it. I just do it because it's an old idea. So that's it. The crackers and tomatoes we started earlier, which I deleted that video because it was a total mess. So we'll try it another time. But it's just, you just dice up a tomato, crumble up your crackers, saltine crackers in it, and put some mayonnaise or salad dressing in it, stir it up in the bowl, and it tastes like a tomato sandwich. We'll probably do that again because it's so good, and it's a good little snack, or it's good for a whole meal, either one. Mama likes it.
Got it in there for 6 minutes.
You like the tomato crackers too, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
So it was just impossible. We only get about,
When I was a little girl, we cut up apples and tomatoes and crackers and stirred it up.
Apples and tomatoes and crackers with mayonnaise?
No, just stirred it up together and ate it.
Oh.
The juice of the tomatoes, went into it was just apples and tomatoes and crackers. And
Did you make this into a dish or something, or you just made it in a bowl and ate it right out of the bowl?
We just mixed it up and ate it. I ate it more than
Mommy, I ain't never seen you eat that before.
Well, I ain't a little kid since you said it.
That's true, Mama. True point.
We would play house and get out there and play, and we'd cut that up and eat it. Fix it.
Well, that's a good, you got a good snack while you were playing.
Yeah, apple off the apple tree and tomatoes out of the garden.
So y'all were playing house playing like you were cooking, and that was your dinner.
Yeah.
Well, that would be good. Did you just eat it when you weren't playing, or was it just something you
I
did?
usually just ate it when we was playing out there and stuff.
I like that, Mama. That sounds. Why don't we try that sometime? Just see if it's as good as you remember.
No, I doubt
Did
that.
you used to be able to play with knives?
We go in the kitchen and wash.
Steal one.
No, we wouldn't steal.
Why,
it.
Mama wasn't looking.
Well, that borrow is a better word.
So Mama didn't know y'all were playing with sharp knives out at the mud
No,
pies.
we would do it in the kitchen where it's clean and put it in a bowl, a clean bowl.
Oh, I see.
We didn't need it out of our mud pie bowls or nothing.
I didn't know what y'all were doing. I love saltines and something. Who said, come back here. Butter or mustard. Oh, now I do that all the time. That is my go-to lunch at work. If I don't have time to go eat lunch and I don't bring something, I keep some saltines in my desk, bottle of mustard in my desk, and I'll eat mustard, just squirt it in the middle and eat a cracker with mustard. It's a good little treat. Haven't tried the ketchup on it, but I'm sure it'll be good.
You said butter.
Oh, butter. I have had butter and saltines. That's good too. But the crackers and mustard, it's a go. It's a go. That's a good thing. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are having a great day. Remember, we only have good days, better days, and best days. So I hope y'all are having a better day today, at least. I'm having a good day. It's rainy and stormy here. We have no internet.
I thought you'd ordered up the storm earlier.
No, Mama, I didn't put that order in. Amazon don't sell storms.
They don't.
It came up pretty quick, and it lasted a while.
It thundered forever.
And it rained a lot. That's good for us. I hope Kentucky, East Kentucky didn't get that much rain.
Texas and Oregon and out through there, it's not getting any rain. Well, haven't been getting any. I don't know if they did today or not. So I hope they get some rain.
Yeah, I hope these people was having droughts. Not the storms. Well, the storm wasn't a bad blowing storm, but it did have a lot of rain with it.
And the thunder was awful loud. Rumble, rumble, rumble.
We've had some incredible storms. We're getting a flood advisory right now on my phone throughout the day. So we may have more rain and storms coming. We've had some extra strange thunder and lightning. We've had that kind of thunder that starts I guess it starts in the west and rumbles across to the eastern sky, and it just keeps rumbling and rolling and rolling, and it's not like a normal.
Forever, don't it?
And then the lightning has been like strobe lightning. It's just been like on several storms, not today, but on several storms we've had in the past few weeks. We've had some crazy lightning and some weird sounding thunder. And then that one night it sounded like bombs dropping. The thunder was just boom. Just one big boom. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
It's like at a fireworks show.
It was strange. Yes, and cheese and crackers, excellent. Yeah, tomato cheese and crackers is good. And I love, one of my favorite things to eat is just take bologna and cheese and lay it on a plate and cut it up in little big squares and get tomato and cucumber and whatever else you have and just stack it up on the saltine as high as it'll go without falling off and have little snack bites of tomato and bologna and cheese and cucumber and maybe some tomato tomatoes cut in half. They'll sit right on top. You can squirt a little mustard on it. You can squirt a little salad dressing or something if you want to. Smear that on there. And just mayonnaise and crackers has always been something that's, I don't eat that usually, but I've seen plenty of people take a knife and spread a little mayonnaise on a cracker and eat it.
Not me.
We're down to 30 seconds.
Oh, you're watching the
22 seconds. It's going quick, folks.
Oh, that was a 5-6 minutes.
That's a fast lunch.
I hope that I did put 6 in there. Do you think I
You did. I've seen it. You did good, Mama. What are y'all eating? What's out there? Comment on here and let us know if you're on where you're coming from and what you're having for supper or lunch. This is 5 o'clock. I guess this is supper. Let us know where you're from. Hello, hello. Everybody saying hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Debbie. Just an egg salad on saltines. Oh, yeah. No, that's good, too. Egg salad on saltines. All right, folks. Here's the verdict.
I can smell the corn.
Here's the verdict. Mama said she can smell it. It looks, it smells good. Oh, look at my glasses. See my glasses? You can tell it's hot. You see them steaming up? No, you can't. The corn smells delicious. You can tell it's cooked. Now, the thing is hot. These are hot.
Very hot.
The thing is, let them cool. Let them set for just a few minutes. And let them cool. And then you pull this stuff off and all the silks and all the comes off of them. And you have instant corn on the cob. No boiling, no worries. There's a little bit. Right. And I'm anxious to try it. They didn't count on something like me not being patient enough to let it cool. I need some of those silicone gloves that people wear in the kitchen.
You know, we've got a couple of them here, if I could just remember where I put it.
That's our whole story. That's our last story. We've got that. We just don't know where it's at. I told Mama the other day, I said, we need to quit buying anything and storing it. Forget that, because we never can find it.
Do we need a plate or?
Yeah, if you're going to butter, you probably need a plate to catch it.
Yeah. I gotta have butter.
I could use the towel, probably, and do this without having to wait like you're supposed to wait. Hurry. Cool.
Paper ones or the...
Questions, Mama, questions. Whichever one you want, madam. This is your domain. I just work here. Oh, she chose the real ones. Because this is a fancy new dish. Never, ever, ever have we done this. Now, we have steamed it in the microwave in a stack cooker. Delicious. We have boiled it before. We hardly ever do that technique. We have roasted it in the oven. Delicious. I have grilled it before. But I've never done it with the...
Here, you can hold it.
With the cob, or the cob. This ain't the cob. The cob's inside. I have never done it before with the husk on. So you're supposed to do it like that and then pull this down. Pull this off. Look, look, just like on TV, as they say. There it goes. There it comes, and there's a few extra little silks. Well, mine didn't look exactly like TV.
Maybe they didn't cut the ends off.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to.
It's too hot to handle.
Too hot to touch. Well, I see no bugs, no worms, no nothing, Mama. That looks like a good piece of corn. You know what? I didn't cut this out of the way. That may be the key to the problem right there, is you didn't cut the...
Back to the cob.
This cob off. There it is, folks. Cut right off. See, it did slide off. It could have slid off a little smoother, though. It didn't do like they did on TV.
Well, take this one and try it.
There's still some silks on this one, but they're cooked and they're easy to get off. Few little extras. Mama, I'm gonna let you have this first one because there ain't a bug on it. There ain't a worm. There ain't nothing. And you can sit there and here, where's your little... Look at these. Now, folks, these are not the new ones. These are not the ones that our store has. These are the ones from 1952.
No, they ain't that old. I've only been 4 years old.
These are the ones from what, Mama, 1970?
Yeah, a long time. I've got a big set of them, but I don't know where they're at.
I bought a set at a yard sale one time, and they were big old corn cobs, and you could poke them right in there, and they ate the best. And Lord, like we said, we don't know where nothing is. Okay, folks, I'm going to tell you, you can go ahead and get you some paper towels, because this is hot, but it ain't too hot. Now let's try this again. Let's start this process. Mama, that didn't help.
I didn't.
Don't embarrass me in front of my friends.
Now,
Corn
that
cob.
ain't me embarrassing. Yeah, it'd be that corn cob.
Corn cob. Who cares if it peels off or not? You can take it off. The real secret is the corn any good? Can you cook corn in 3 minutes in the microwave in the husk if you wet it? That's going to be what we're asking ourselves today. Now, this is what we call peaches and cream.
But he didn't call it that.
And people call it different stuff, but it's the same as we call peaches and cream. It's a sweet corn. It's a silver queen and golden something mix and something else.
There's silver queen and golden queen.
Golden queen? I don't know. But it's a sweet corn, they call it. Some people call them different things. It's taking me a minute.
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, I think is what they call this. But look, it's pretty. It's good. It's hot. It's done.
You can smell it as soon as you take it
You
out.
can smell it and you can... What's it taste like, Mama? That's the thing.
You know, I didn't wait for the blessing, but we just did it.
We just blessed our tomato and crackers. This is all the same meal. We will bless this corn. Just say, Lord, thank you for this corn.
Yeah.
We was going to bless our tomatoes and crackers with you all, but the internet wouldn't hold. It's holding now. I tell you, I told Mama, I said, I cannot understand it. I always film with just like it is. And all of a sudden tonight,
It wouldn't.
it wouldn't. It kept kicking us out and spinning, and I couldn't tell the difference. So, must just been a weak signal from that storm, but the storm's been going about an hour now, and it's better. We apologize for you folks who joined us earlier and got about 2 minutes of video.
It was sad the way it was doing.
It aggravates me to no end. It really does. I do not like sending out stuff that's poor quality or hard to listen to. We don't try to do that. It just happens. So what was your verdict, Mama?
I took a bite and it was good. It tasted done and stuff.
You wanted to bless the corn?
Yeah.
Dear Heavenly Father, we pray that you bless this meal that we're about to eat. Dear Lord, we just want to thank you for it and thank you for the people that's growing it. Thank you for all your blessings. Be with each and every one of us. Be with the prayer requests, those spoken and unspoken, Lord. Just be with us in every way. In your name we pray. Lord, we just want to ask a special blessing on those folks in Kentucky. In your name we pray. Amen.
Mikey had to come and drink just
Mikey smelled that corn.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Mama? This will be a first, eating corn on the cob in front of your friends.
It's really good compared to what I thought it would be. I'm sorry I wasn't trusting it.
It's done. It's soft. And as I said before, you could see if there was a worm or a bug or anything on it. There's nothing on this corn. It's not even been touched. So I feel very confident eating it.
Well, I wasn't confident because, you know, bugs gets on corn and you can't help it.
I know it.
And
But Mama, another thing is it's just something different.
Yeah.
You don't like different, do you?
I don't like change. No, I don't. I'm bad for that.
But now that we've done it,
I'll do it again.
Mama would do it again. You heard it here first,
But I
folks.
pull back them silks and look a little.
You heard it here first, folks. So the 3-minute corn cob does work. Now, I can see this being very beneficial if you just 2 of you, or if there's 1 of you in the home.
Oh, 1 would be ideal.
You could throw a cob in there in the shuck. Trim the ends off and took those most outer leaves off. Wet it, both ears, under the running water in the sink, and then throw it in there we put it in there on the top of the lid of the stack cooker. Some of y'all asked what blue dishes we were using. Last night in the microwave, it's just the Tupperware stack cooker. I'll do a demo on that sometime, but we'll title it Tupperware because some of y'all don't want to see it, and I understand that. So, but if you do want to see it, we'll do a demo on it and then we'll cook a meal in it one night.
It's very hot in there.
It's hot, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's cooked from the inside out, I guess.
Yeah. My lips said, it's hot, it's hot.
It's very good. This corn is delicious. It tastes to me much better than boiled. I don't like boiled corn. I don't like boiled broccoli. But this tastes very good. And to me, I think this tastes better than even when we steamed it that time.
Yeah.
Because you had all that shuck that holds all that in there, I guess.
It tastes real good. Now, I shuck it and wash it and clean it good and could still put it in something like that and cover it with butter.
Mm-hmm. And saran wrap.
And saran wrap and do it that way.
And that still works for sure. It's a good way to fix it. But this, I had just seen this on several shows and several things that did little demos on it, and I thought, I'm gonna try that in the shuck. And here come Mama today with. You didn't tell me about the farmers market. Did you have a lot of people down there?
No, there wasn't many. It was there was one more bunch or group there, man and woman, that had stuff to sell that hasn't been there. Or they might have been there back a while, but they've not been there in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
I guess a lot of people, their stuff have sold it.
Yeah.
This is, whether we want to admit it or not, folks, this is late in the season. We're headed into tomorrow, we'll start in the second week of August. Schools have started back.
Well, and people are getting, the kids here register Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of parents and people and grandparents was taking their kids, I know, shopping today to get school supplies and school clothes. I go to several.
True.
That may be part of it.
This is a keeper, folks. I can see some corn shuck cooked corn in our future.
It's quick and easy.
You can get this out of the refrigerator. Check it out, throw it in there in 6 minutes. You could do this while you were mashing potatoes and getting your food on the table, and you have your corn ready, hot and fresh. You got corn on your mouth, Mama.
Got corn on my mouth, got it everywhere. I can't eat it unless I take a bath in it.
I wish we could have showed you the video earlier, and we'll do that again. It's not hard, it's very quick, it's very simple, and I told you how. So if you want to go ahead and try it without seeing it, you can do it. It's just chopped up tomato in a bowl, saltine crackers crumbled over it, mayonnaise or salad dressing put over it. Don't knock it till you try it, because it's really good. If you like tomato sandwiches with salad dressing or mayonnaise on it, you'll like this, won't you, Mama?
Oh, yeah. The saltine crackers just brings out the flavor of it all.
Yeah, it's good. But we'll do that. We'll do that a quick one night this week, maybe. Yeah. We are going to have tomato gravy before too long, because we have to have that once a year anyway. I like to have it 2 or 3 times a year, but we at least. But you can have then tomato gravy. You don't have to do it just when you have tomatoes in the garden. You can do that tomato gravy with petite diced tomatoes or chunky tomatoes, either one, and have it, and it's real good. We cheat sometime in the winter. If we're really wanting to taste the summer, Mama will say, "You want some tomato gravy?"
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We sure do. We have it with pork chops sometime. Mama, how we gonna have it? Just plain, just by itself when we show
I
them?
don't know. Corn what meat we're wanting to eat it.
We have it with pork chops sometime.
Yeah.
We don't have it like a breakfast gravy. Now, I know some of y'all do. I know some of y'all have it that way. And we might try it that way. I wouldn't care that bit to eat it with a biscuit. I think tomato gravy would be good with a biscuit. But we've never had it for breakfast, have we, Mama?
No, I've never ate it. I've always eat it as a side dish with a meal.
With a meal. But, or we have been known to have it as the meal. Just have tomato gravy and a biscuit. So that's good too. But we'll have it just one day soon. Let's see what y'all are having. Have one for me. An ear of corn. We've got a few. Mama got, how many did you get? A dozen?
You're going to laugh at me.
2 dozen?
Yeah.
There's plans for some putting up, I think. Or you wouldn't get 2 dozen. So
I was wanting to fry some. Cut it off to put it in the freezer to get us a little fried mesh or two.
Oh, yeah, that would be good. If Mama puts up corn, we'll try to show you all too. I have corn on the cob I need to cook. Well, right here's the way to do it. Who was you? Ginger? 3 minutes an ear. If you give 3, just add 3 minutes per ear and put it in the microwave. 3 for 1, 6 for 2, right on up the line. It's easy. It's easy. And we recommend it. It tastes great. And look, it's just as good and tender as it can be.
Could you hand me a napkin? I feel like I got it corn all over my face again.
Corn on the cob and corn on the chin.
I heard it there.
You can't beat that, can you?
I can't eat unless I get it on me.
Ribeye steak. Oh,
Oh,
now, Kelly. That
Yes.
sounds good.
How far away is she?
You can cook the corn in water and put it on, who says this? And put it on the grill. I like it just about any way you, with butter. Ray, I agree with you. We've done it on the grill before. We would shuck it, silk it, wash it, wrap it in aluminum foil and put it on the grill. It's wonderful. You can't go wrong with it. Hello from Ohio. Hello, Amy. How are you? Tomato gravy over grits for breakfast. Well, Jan, I've never had it over grits. Mama don't like grits. What's the tomato gravy? Never heard of it. Terry, tomato gravy is, well, I'll just tell you the recipe and you can figure out kind of what it is. You just take your drippings, like your bacon grease. You can start out with oil or Crisco, but we like to start with bacon grease. You add flour, equal amounts of grease, equal amounts of flour, like 2 tablespoons of grease, 2 tablespoons of flour. You make almost like a roux, but it's just the grease and the flour, and you let it get as brown as you want it. And then you put in fresh cut up tomatoes. You want to just dice them up. Mama,
I do peel my tomatoes because I don't digest those.
we peel them, that's right. And the best way to peel them is start with some boiling water, drop them in there for 5 seconds, take them out with a spatter, spoon, slotted spoon, whatever you want to use, and just pinch the hull off and they'll come off. And then you just dice them up in a bowl. Mama usually dices hers up in a bowl before she starts cooking. Sprinkles a little salt on them so they'll start rendering some water out of them. You want some liquids. And then she starts her meat or whatever she's going to have, because we keep bacon grease on hand here. We don't have to wait till the meat cooks to get the drippings. And then when she gets ready to do the gravy, and she usually does it last, she just puts her cast iron skillet, puts her grease in there, puts her flour, stirs that up, and by then those tomatoes are pretty watery.
Put salt and pepper in your cauliflower.
Salt and pepper, yeah, in the flour. And while the tomatoes are watery, that makes more liquid and more juice for your, and then you just let them cook down, and they'll cook down, and they just make a thick tomatoey sauce, really. But it's so good, and it's like a gravy with tomatoes instead of milk and water. It's like breakfast gravy with tomatoes instead of milk and water. In fact, you do it just like breakfast gravy, except when you was going to add your cream, your milk, your water, or the mixture of both, then you put your tomatoes in.
My daddy made tomato gravy, and my mommy, she used cooked tomatoes and put sugar in them, and she would break up pieces of light bread and call it tomato pie and put it in them and cook it.
We make that too. I haven't made one in a while. We may make a tomato pie, or let me change my whole statement. That's what Mama called tomato pie.
But that's not our tomato pie.
We have a tomato pie that's in an actual pie crust, and we actually layer the tomatoes in it and do it, and that's what we call tomato pie. What Mama called tomato pie, we call scalloped tomatoes. And it's just tomatoes put in a 9x9 dish usually. And then we lay light bread on it, or pinch light bread up on it, cover that with butter and sugar and bake it. And it's scalloped tomatoes. Mama called it tomato pie. But now the tomato pie that I'm talking about, we make it totally different. It's in an actual pie shell. So there's a couple of different ways and ways of saying it too. But the tomato pie we make is just with sliced tomatoes and they're layered. Then I'm going to try to do some fried red tomatoes. I showed you all those last year. And I showed you one where we just made them just like green tomatoes, and eat them just plain. And then if you're going to use them more, well, you can do it however you want to, but when we're going to use them more, it's just the main meal. Sometimes we'll just fix fried red tomatoes for our meal, but then we'll top it with different toppings. And I like it with, mozzarella cheese. You hear Mama? Her favorite's mozzarella cheese with a little bit of Italian sprinkle on it. I like jalapenos on them. I like tomatoes with pickled jalapenos and cheese. I like them with cheddar and bacon. You can just do a world of toppings on them. And they're delicious. And really, it's the sky's the limit. Having what toppings you want to use is fine. So we're going to try to do all those things when tomatoes. But we've just not had a bunker crop of tomatoes this year. We've hardly had any. And the ones we have haven't been that great of quality. So we've been depending on going to the farmer's market. And then some of those were hothouse tomatoes, I believe. But some of them were homegrown, you could tell. Mommy, you all right? Mm-hmm. So just be, we'll be watching for those, but they're delicious. And then
the lady I bought the homegrowns right up the road here, she wasn't there today.
Yeah.
But she cans an awful lot of stuff and sells it.
Have you done green tomatoes this year, Mama?
I thought we did.
Did we do green tomatoes one day?
I think we did.
I think we did. Have you done tomatoes and okra and chopped?
Mm-mm.
We'll try to do all that. And I ain't making no promises, but Lord willing, the time don't run out and tomatoes don't run out. We'll have a little sampling of some of that stuff. The vegetables last night were awful good. That good clean eating. And I'm looking into some more keto recipes. I'm finding tons of them. Mama, what's got you coughing that corn?
I guess one try to go the wrong way.
I've been looking at some more keto recipes, so maybe there's some more out there we can kind of dive into. There's some good stuff out there.
I told him I'm not going on no.
No, I'm not doing no diets. I did Atkins years ago, and Dad had renal failure. And my doctor said, "How are you losing weight, John?" I said, "Well, I'm doing Atkins." He said, "You are not anymore. This is the last day of that for you." And I said, "Yes, sir." It's just not good on your kidneys. It's hard because you're going into ketosis. And ketosis, even with the keto diet, I don't want to go into ketosis. Now, I know that's what they want to do because that's when you're losing weight. But it's strain on your kidneys, and it's 24/7. So when you're in ketosis, your body is burning a lot of energy, and it's in a distress mode. And ketosis is deadly for diabetics. So.
And you ended up sick.
Well, I had what they call back then Atkins flu, where it's your body, and then you get foggy because your body needs carbs. I hear I'm just learning about. I know it's old, and you all like, Lord, that's been around forever. I'm just learning about some of it. There's a lazy keto diet or something. I think that's more close to what we would go on. But there's a diet a year, a diet a month. Sometimes I've heard the Mediterranean diet. There's all kinds of diets. What is the latest one that everybody was doing? Intermittent fasting. I heard a guy on the internet, and it cracked me up because I had thought about doing the intermittent fasting, and I thought, you go to bed, you don't eat after a certain time of the evening, and you go to bed, and you don't eat until 1 o'clock the next day or something. And he said, it'll work. He said, but basically all you're doing is just skipping breakfast. Why don't you just call it, I'm skipping breakfast? And I thought, you're right. Just skip breakfast, eat your lunch. That's what he says. Yeah, I guess that's what intermittent fasting is. You're just skipping breakfast. So, but now I'm not throwing off on it. Please don't comment because I'm not being negative.
If you're diabetic and different stuff, you can't go long periods of time like that.
No, don't. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being funny with it because I think they all work. All diets work. Every one of them. It's just if you reduce calorie intake, it's going to work. But bottom line, that's the whole dieting process is reducing calorie intake.
Reduce calorie intake and increase activities.
You got it, Mama. That's all the premise of every diet out there.
And I can reduce calories better than I can increase activity because I'm lazy.
But the thing I like about the keto recipes, not that I'm going to do the whole diet because I'm not, and I don't want Mama to either, you can eat some good stuff with a lot less sugar. And that's what we're trying to do is just with diabetes, just trying to cut down on some sugars, but yet have some good meals, you know, some good flavor. So that's the point we're going to try to do, and just sort of eat some of that stuff intermittently with our other things. And then, you know, still eat biscuits and gravy. Still have fried chicken and fried okra. We're going to eat all that stuff.
I have to have my food.
Mama has to have her food. We're going to have some mashed potatoes in this house, as long as the Lord allows, because Mama's going to have that. But we don't have them every day. And
I can eat my cold mashed potato sandwiches.
not me. That's Mama. Mama likes that. I don't like no cold mashed potatoes, nothing. I don't even like leftover mashed potatoes unless I make them into potato salad or potato cakes. But to eat leftover mashed potatoes on my plate like I did the night before,
I don't like it warmed up, but I can put a spoonful or two on a piece of light bread and salt and pepper again and eat it.
not me.
I was raised the hard way.
It's just what you like, Mama.
Yeah.
I can eat cold meatloaf if I have to.
And you can eat fried potato sandwiches too.
I don't like leftover fried potatoes either. I'm the one that don't like French fries after they're cold. And like on the,
no, your daddy hated them.
On the plate, like when they come out of the oven, because we bake ours in the easy bake, but if they come out of the oven or out of the deep fryer, that's when I want them. And within 3 minutes, they've lost their appeal to me. I'm moving on to something else. I don't like cold fried anything really, except chicken. I will not have a piece of chicken reheated, microwave, or, well, I'm going to say I won't have it because I've never done it.
We may try a piece in the
Air
air
fryer.
fryer.
I've never done it in the air fryer, so I'm going to be I'm going to let Mama with this corn. I like cold chicken. Cold chicken. Even for breakfast, I want cold chicken. I don't want it reheated. I've never had a good piece of reheated chicken.
Mm-mm.
That's just me, folks. Well, folks, thank the Lord we've not gone
I'm
off.
going to eat my whole ear full of food.
Maybe, folks, we've got enough internet to get us through a video again. I don't know what was going on. I think it was the storm. The storm had just gone over when we tried to film while ago. I thought,
it might yet be a little bit where the tower was at. Picking it up.
You're right, Mama. In the same, John. Cabbage rolls. Oh, yeah, we love cabbage rolls. We did a deconstructed cabbage roll casserole one time that was really good, too. And I love that. And then I also done a Reuben casserole one time. All that was with cabbage and the ingredients, kind of like the cabbage rolls. I may do, I've been seeing deconstructed egg rolls. We may try those. I've had egg rolls. I've never made egg rolls. I like egg rolls. But I've had an egg roll casserole one time. I didn't make it, but I had one. And it was really good. Really good.
I seen where they had cabbage steaks, like you fixing with a piece of chicken breast on top
That
of
would
it.
be good.
But I can't remember what all they put and if they covered it up or not.
Well, you take better notes next time, Mama. Get us a recipe.
I just seen part of it.
I love cabbage steaks, and you can do so much with them. And it's just big old thick slices, about an inch slice of the whole cabbage, and it makes a round steak. It's delicious. We have those. Well, we've not had them this year, but Mama used to raise cabbage every year, and every time a fresh cabbage had come in, we would have this little cabbage in the oven. You just put them on a sheet pan, put them in the oven, and put olive oil on both sides, and I put a little lemon pepper on both sides, and just a little bit of salt and pepper. But you don't want to put too much salt because it will make them weak more. And they're so good. And you just let them stay in there till they're done, about 25 minutes, and then turn the broiler on and let the little tips just curl a little bit brown. That's some good eats, people. That's some good eats. You don't have to leave them whole like that. You can just bake the cabbage, just chop it up and put it on the sheet pan and put it in there. Same difference. But I like the little round steaks. Just easier to handle. But they're good at the moment.
Mm-hmm. They're real good.
They're real good. And they're I guess the lemon pepper may have some sugar in it, but you could leave the lemon pepper off. You could probably sprinkle that no salt added stuff that we have, but it don't say no sugar added. That vegetable that we showed you last night, the Spice Wellness. You could probably use it, or Mustache would be good. Do we just freeze? No, I don't think so. I thought we had. All right, folks, we're gonna say good night. We're gonna press our luck and try to come back on because we've got through this whole video without it stopping even one time.
Knock on wood. Let me knock on this wood. I embarrassed you in front of your friends, didn't I?
No. We hope that in the morning that we can do Sunday school highlights and it work and be fine. Knock on wood again.
Yeah.
All right, folks, have a great night, and we're going to say y'all have a blessed night, and find you something good to eat this soon and make you some memories. Mama, you have anything you want to add tonight?
No, just remember all the ones in Kentucky and everywhere that's having problems with rain and with no rain. You know, it's just bad sometimes. But hopefully everybody in there will get their housings to live in, and furniture and food and stuff. And just remember all of them that passed away through that storm.
Remember all those families.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
God bless y'all.